let's call the meeting to order, please. The first thing we will do is have our moment of silence, so please turn off your phones and other devices and join me in a moment of silence. Thank you very much. And now join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Now we have our staff announcements.
Just a few updates for you this evening. Before we get started, I just wanted to let everybody know, remind everybody that our budget workshop will be 2 weeks from today on April 29th here at Town Hall at 5 p.m. Additionally, we have our Mayor's Coffee Mixer Series kicking off this Wednesday, April 17th at 9 a.m. It'll be at Kunu Coffee at 8519 Gilead Road, and it'll be in the barn door room, which is the second room on the left after you enter the coffee shop. Also this week, we have CATS Redline Public Meetings. There's one Thursday, April 18th from 6 to 8 p.m. It'll be at the North County Regional Library here in Huntersville. And then there's one in Charlotte on Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon at the Sugar Creek Library. If you want to register for any of those sessions, just visit that link on the screen, or you can contact CATS by calling 980-722-0311. Also wanted to remind everybody that our Mayor's Fitness Challenge is underway. The 3 North Mecklenburg towns are competing against each other, seeing who can be the most active. And of course, we want to win, so make sure that you register. Visit that link on our website. You can find it under the Living Here tab or go directly to that link. It started on April 7th and runs through May 19th. Also wanted to share with everybody that we won an Excellence in Communications Award for our efforts surrounding the General Obligation Bond campaign in 2023. That was efforts that we made as a staff to educate our community about the general obligation bonds on the ballot. And it's not just an award that the organization gives out to its members. I'm part of the board of the organization, so how it works behind the scenes is that we get a whole bunch of nominations and we ship them off to Minnesota's counterpart for us. So the Minnesota Association of Government Communicators judges North Carolina's awards and vice versa. And they deemed our work worthy of an Excellence in Communications Award. And at this time, thank you. I'm going to call up Chief Graham to give you guys some updates from the police department.
All right, we had I got asked a few times today about an assault and robbery, attempted robbery we had this weekend on Saturday night. Just prior to 8 o'clock, we got a call about a attempted carjacking with a suspect with a knife. Officers responded. Response time was pretty quick, 1 minute and 29 seconds. We had someone actually down at the bowling alley that was very close. Ran up there, we did a canvass of the area. Was unable to locate the suspect with the description we had. Officers spent the rest of that evening searching. We got a report of a stolen bike. We were able to trace that bike back to this suspect. We found the bike up near Cheryl's Estate, which is up near Showmars. Searched that area again. We were able to determine, we believe that this suspect had abandoned his car on I-77 and he was wanted out of Rock Hill, South Carolina. The next morning we started getting our information together and we were actually able to locate the suspect up in that same area. He was arrested and he was confirmed as a homicide suspect out of Rock Hill previous day about 5 o'clock, and he was in our town by 8. So he had immediately got in the car and drove straight up this way. He had no ties to Huntersville. He just happened to run out of gas in the wrong spot. So bad luck for us. We also have pizza with the police tomorrow, which is from 4 to 8 at Mattio's up at 10109 North Cross Center Drive, which is up near Target. Other than that, we are doing pretty good. Any questions? Yes, sir.
I have a comment. Before you all sent the press release out, I had sent Major Vaughn a text this morning to thank the police officers of Huntersville for a job well done and for their service.
Great, very good. We appreciate that. It's hard to, we know we had a little criticism from folks about getting the updates out and things like that, but it's kind of hard to do police work and follow up this stuff. We got people tromping through the woods, and by the time we started work on the next morning, we'd found him, so it just worked out. But we're trying our best to get the information out as quick as possible. Thank you.
All right, and just to close it out, just want to remind everybody to connect with us online, huntersville.org. We're on almost every social media platform out there, and you can download our app from the App Store. Also be on the lookout. Next couple of days on our website and social media, we'll be sharing a link to sign up for our new resident newsletter. So we'll be sharing that out, so feel free to link to it and sign up and get all of Huntersville's news directly to your inbox. So, any questions?
Yes, sorry. Can I get the link again for the Red Line meeting? Because I could not find it online.
Yes, absolutely. So it'll be publicinput.com, and I'll let this hang out here for a little bit because they did not do a customized vanity link on the back end. So it's a bunch of letters and numbers, but it's right there for you. Thank you. No problem.
Can we email this to the board, this little PowerPoint, that way they'll have that? Thank you.
We'll do that.
Thank you. Okay, and now we have item 6A, which is the North Carolina Department of Natural Resources Grant Program for America 250 commemoration. And Ms. Kendrick, you can have the floor.
What am I doing wrong here? It's not that. There we go. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for having me here to speak with you tonight. My name is Kendall Kendrick. I am the Executive Director of the Charlotte Trail of History and the Charlotte Liberty Walk. I'm also a resident of Huntersville, a member of the Public Arts Commission, and a seventh-generation descendant of the Hopewell community. But tonight, I'm here as chair of Mecklenburg 250. We are the official local commission, and I'm excited to share with you about an upcoming commemoration of the United States founding and an exciting opportunity for the Huntersville Public Arts Commission. So a little background about the upcoming U.S. semi-quincentennial. The commission was established by Congress in 2016 to plan and orchestrate the 250th anniversary. America 250 is the supporting nonprofit organization. America 250 NC is North Carolina's commemoration of the 250th anniversary of our state's contribution to the United States, and that's being led by the DNCR. And this weekend, we just had the official state kickoff at Historic Halifax. So I brought you back some goodies from our weekend. Too far. All right, hold on a second. What am I doing wrong here? I need to go back. Nope. Tell me how to go back. Thank you. Okay, if you can go back. Keep going back, and I'll tell you one more. Thank you. Okay, I should just leave this up to you to do this. All right, so a little background about Mecklenburg 250. In June of 2023, under the guidance of America 250 NC, the Mecklenburg 250 Stakeholders Committee was established, and invitations to meetings were sent to all municipalities in Mecklenburg County, as well as Charlotte Mecklenburg schools. And you'll see a list of past attendees, including Town of Huntersville staff, who we have here tonight. So thank you for your attendance. Thank you. The official Mecklenburg 250 County Commission was created based on America 250 North Carolina recommendations that each county form a county-wide committee comprising representatives from the cities, towns, and county cultural heritage institutions, civic groups, travel and tourism representatives, and others as needed to represent the county. The commission will be responsible for participating in the state and nationwide semi-quincentennial commemoration beginning in 2025. So before we move into what Mecklenburg 250 has accomplished so far and what we envision for the future, let's go back to the past. We'll share a little local bicentennial history. So for those of you who were present in Mecklenburg County during the bicentennial events in 1975 to 1976, you might remember some of these images. Over the two-year commemoration period, hundreds of events and activities were held, including a visit from President Ford addressing over 100,000 people in Freedom Park. The 1976 Mecklenburg County Board of Commissioners called the commemoration a resounding success that, quote, brought our community together, quickened our sense of time and place, and made us proud of and more aware of our county's and nation's leadership in forging and maintaining free political institutions. It gave us a continuing sense of national purpose. So Mecklenburg 250 acknowledges the challenging history of the United States, North Carolina, and Mecklenburg County. We recognize the importance of telling every story, particularly those that were previously unheard. Using input from the committee, the America 250, and A250NC field guides, as pictured here, we developed the following. Our mission is to empower and support Mecklenburg County organizations to tell inclusive history through in-person and online programming, partnerships, and education that is aligned with the North Carolina and U.S. semi-quincentennial initiatives. Our vision is to become a county that is knowledgeable about its history, providing people with a sense of connection to their surroundings and telling an inclusive story. So to ensure that we stay true to our mission and vision, we've outlined key strategies to make a difference throughout the commemoration, such as being intentional, fostering buy-in from county residents, empowering organizations, and creating networking opportunities. The first half of 2024 will be dedicated to forming the commission. That's what we're working on right now, finishing our strategic planning, creating the framework for the stakeholders committee, and mapping out the next 3 years. The second half of 2024 will focus on promoting, organizing, budgeting, and applying for grants. The commission will work with partners to host and/or support 250 commemoration events and create and/or support educational resources countywide. In 2025, the focus will be on implementing the events and projects decided in 2024 and continuing to foster support from the public and those organizations. The same work will continue in 2026, which will also involve fostering support from the community and organizations. We are actively planning engaging experiences for residents that revolve around local history. This Saturday, we invite everyone to join us at Independence Park in Charlotte from 10 to 2 for the kickoff of Mecklenburg 250 called This Is Meck. We're also celebrating Mecklenburg County Park and Recreation's 50th anniversary. We have many local community partners, local museums, history sites, colleges, universities, as well as David Fleming, who will be speaking about the Mecklenburg Declaration of Independence and signing copies of his new book, Who's Your Founding Father? And finally, America 250 North Carolina is offering community grants to help local government and nonprofit organizations commemorate the semi-quincentennial using A250NC themes, which are Visions of Freedom, Gathering of Voices, and Common Ground. So the Huntersville Public Arts Commission is applying for a $30,000 grant to create a mural on the Arts and Cultural Building, photographed here. If awarded, we will work with the Old Huntersville Historic Society, Art Pop Street Gallery, Inspiration Projects, and the Arts and Science Council to create a legacy mural. So thank you for allowing me to share about this exciting commemoration, and I'm happy to take any questions you might have about the Mecklenburg 250 Commission or the grant opportunity. No questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Item 6B is me. So if you know anything about how a town works, you know that the town clerks are the heart and soul of how the town actually operates. And so this week is Professional Municipal Clerks Week, and so we want to honor our clerk, Janet Pearson, this week, and Catherine Cook, who's our deputy clerk. So I'm going to read the proclamation. Whereas the office of the professional municipal clerk, a time-honored and vital part of local government, exists throughout the world, and whereas the office of the professional municipal clerk is the oldest among public servants, and whereas the office of the professional municipal clerk provides the professional link between the citizens, the local governing bodies, and agencies of government at other levels, and whereas professional municipal clerks have pledged to be ever mindful of their neutrality and impartiality, rendering equal service to all, and whereas the professional municipal clerk serves as the information center on functions of local government and community, and whereas professional municipal clerks continually strive to improve the administration of the affairs of the office and of the professional municipal clerk through the participation in education programs, seminars, workshops, and the annual meetings of their state, provincial, county, and international professional organizations, and whereas it is the most appropriate that we recognize the accomplishments of the office of the professional municipal clerk. Now, therefore, I, Christy Clark, Mayor of Huntersville, do proclaim the week of May 5th through May 11th, 2024 as Professional Municipal Clerks Week, and further extend appreciation to our professional municipal clerk, Janet Pearson, and to all professional municipal clerks for the vital services they perform and their exemplary dedication to the communities they represent. So thank you very much, Janet. We couldn't do it without you, and we are so grateful for you. Seven, adoption of the agenda or any agenda changes. May I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
I make a motion to adopt the agenda.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. Any opposed? All right, the motion carries. And now on to the item A, consent agenda. May I have a motion to adopt the consent agenda?
Motion to adopt consent agenda.
May I have a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. Any opposed? All right, the motion carries. And now we do not have any public hearings this evening. Now we're on to other business, item 10A, which is consider a decision on petition TA 24-01, a request by Huntersville Planning for a text amendment to the zoning ordinance. Mr. Patterson, you have the floor.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to put my staff report in record for TA 24-01. This is to comply with House Bill 600. Amendments to, or House Bill 600 included amendments to language in the general statutes regarding stormwater runoff rules. The zoning ordinance will then be amended with the minor language changes to reflect those updated state statutes. Staff is making changes to the articles below, and this will not constitute a change within our day-to-day stormwater administration. Here we can see the sections of the zoning ordinance that is being changed. The highlighted text is what is being added, and that is taken directly from the state statute. I'll go to the next two portions of the ordinance that are being changed as well. The text is consistent throughout. I've also added a short explanation, simplified it a little bit because it can get a little bit heavy into the stormwater jargon. Hopefully this can help people understand it a little bit better. The highlighted text is what is being added. It's simply adding a qualifier or maybe answering a question that the reader may have. Staff recommends approval to comply with House Bill 600. HOAB recommended approval with a vote of 8-0, and the Planning Board also recommended approval with a vote of 7-0. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions? More? No questions? Okay. May I have a motion to adopt item 10A?
I'd like to make a motion to approve petition TA 24-01. In considering the proposed amendment, TA 24-01, the Town Board approves, based on consistencies with all policies of the Huntersville 2040 Community Plan and compliance with state statutes. It is reasonable and in the public interest to amend the zoning ordinance because it complies with the Huntersville 2040 Community Plan and state statutes.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Okay, all in favor, please raise your hand. Any opposed? All right, the motion carries. Okay, Mr. Patterson, item 10B, consider decision on petition TA 24-02, request by Huntersville Planning for a text amendment to Article 10, Section 10.10.9.10.12. Let you carry on.
Good evening. Put my staff report in the record for TA 24-02. It's a campaign sign ordinance introduced by the planning staff here. We're looking to clarify the town's role in permitting, placement, and enforcement of campaign signs. The first section, Article 10.10.9, we are adding certain language that allows, or readers will see that individuals will then need permission from property owners before placing a campaign sign. There was also a change in language during the planning board that hopefully clarified some things as well. Some grammatical structure wording changes. Also adding words such as town-maintained or privately owned property to further clarify. In Article 10.12, we're looking to clarify that temporary campaign and election signs can extend into town-maintained right-of-way, and also as allowed by the North Carolina Department of Transportation along the streets that they maintain. So it clarifies town's stance while also deferring to NCDOT for their regulations. Article 10.14.3, these amendments clarify that town staff may remove any illegal sign placed on town property and town-maintained right-of-way, again adding the words town and town-maintained to clarify what we're talking about here. Staff recommends approval as it clarifies the town's role in permitting, placement, and enforcement of campaign signs. HOAB recommended approval with a vote of 7-0 to 1, with a recommendation to add a reference to state statutes so that anyone reading the ordinance understands that there is another standard for state-maintained roads. The planning board recommended approval with the modified language that was submitted to the public record during the planning board with a vote of 7-0. That modified language that was submitted during the planning board included minor text and grammatical changes. Staff then took the changes that the planning board brought forward, incorporated them into the ordinance, and then that is what y'all were presented with today, and it was within your staff report as well. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions? Commissioner Bergsman?
Yeah, thanks, and sorry, I've got like that little tickle in my throat, so I'm gonna try not to cough through this. I fully support the modifications, so all of that looks good. I was just curious if the text amendment's approved, if staff have a plan on how they're going to kind of get the information out to the public and any candidates ahead of the next voting period.
I believe this ordinance change will be added to the packet that candidates will receive before. So they should be aware of these, and if not, they can reach out to us to clarify as well.
Other questions? Okay, may I have a motion?
I make the motion to approve petition number TA 24-02, a request by the Huntersville Planning Department for a text amendment to Article 10, Section 10.10.9, 10.12, and 10.14.3 to clarify the town's role permitting the placement and enforcement of campaign signs.
May I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please raise your hand. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. And now we'll go to item 11, closing comments. Commissioner Bergsman?
No, nothing.
Commissioner Quarles?
No.
Mayor Pro Tem Hunt? Commissioner Dimas? No. Commissioner Walsh?
No.
Commissioner Rivers?
No.
All right. May I have a motion to adjourn?
I would like to make the motion to adjourn tonight's meeting. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, please raise your hand. Any opposed? All right, motion passes unanimously. We are adjourned.